Victoria Park in Melbourne has a rich history and is one of the most iconic sporting venues in Australia. Today, we will be uncovering it, starting from the late 1800s. Our story begins in 1879 when Victoria Park is established as a sports ground in Collingwood, Melbourne. It covers an area of 10.5 acres. Before, in 1890, the first grandstand known as the Members' Stand is erected at Victoria Park. It becomes the iconic focal point of the stadium. In 1892, the second grandstand, named the Old Grandstand, is constructed, increasing the seating capacity of the stadium. Before the same year, the first AFL match is played at Victoria Park. Collingwood Football Club, the local team, takes on Fitzroy in front of a crowd of around 10,000 spectators. In 1897, Victoria Park becomes the home ground of the Collingwood Football Club, a founding member of the AFL, and 4 years later in 1901, the Jock McHale Stand, named after Collingwood's legendary coach, is constructed. It becomes the main grandstand at Victoria Park and is famous for its distinctive facade. In 1902, the first cricket match is held at Victoria Park, with Collingwood Cricket Club playing against South Melbourne Cricket Club, before in 1922 Victoria Park hosts its first soccer match, featuring a game between South Melbourne Howlers and North Shore under floodlights. In 1936, Rugby League arrives at Victoria Park as the first game in the ARL is played between South Sydney and Eastern Suburbs, and in 1938, the fourth and final grandstand, the Writers' Stand, is built, completing the seating arrangements at Victoria Park. In 1956, a crowd of 52,322, the highest ever at Victoria Park, watches a Collingwood vs Melbourne AFL match. AFL is played for 29 years before in 1985, the last official AFL game is played at Victoria Park, as Collingwood continues to use the ground for training and reserve matches. In 1999, after 102 years, the Collingwood Football Club plays its last ever game at Victoria Park against the Western Bulldogs in a reserves match, and in 2000, Victoria Park is temporarily transformed into a training venue for the athletes participating in the Sydney Olympics. In 2002, the grandstands at Victoria Park are demolished, marking the end of an era in AFL and sporting history. In the present day, Victoria Park has been converted into a public park and community space. The oval is retained for local football and cricket matches. The site still stands as a reminder of its glorious past, with the iconic Members' Stand facade preserved and integrated into the park's design. Victoria Park, in essence, holds a special place in Australian sporting culture and remains a beloved landmark for both Collingwood fans and the wider community.